Yo, what's up, guys? Today I'm gonna be going over a back testing session of my strategy. It is a simple continuation inverse model type strategy, and well, there isn't too much to say. I'm just gonna go over how I trade in the live markets, and we'll be going over a month back, or sorry, no, a year back, but this month November, and I'll just be back testing. What's it called? Let's just call it back test back test number one. What's it called? But yeah, simple, very easy model. um, Strategy that I have going on. If you guys want the full blueprint, it will be in my Discord down below. But again, just a very simple model that I've used that has made me, 5-figure months consistently, and I believe would make you guys the exact same if you trade it the right way. So I will be showing you guys here how to trade it the exact right way um, through this whole month of back testing. So let's just get straight to it. Before anything, I do prioritize, higher time frame. So I will be going over that first, but let's just make sure we get everything up to date here. So let's see. I do live in LA, so let me just change that real quick, which is PST. In case you guys live in like an EST, it's like 3 hours behind, I'm pretty sure. So that is that, but let's just jump to next market open. So, alright. So higher time frame, right? Let's check the daily the daily time frame. Let's see. All right, so overall we're bearish, but we do have this daily gap right here that we can easily fill into. So I guess this is my main target right here, and that is this daily. Oh fuck. And that is this daily. Where is it? All right, this daily gap. So we have that, but again, I am bearish, so we could also target these gaps and also these lows of liquidity right here as well. So that is just a daily time frame. If we go onto the 4 hour, let's see. Yeah, so we are looking pretty bearish, I'm not gonna lie. But like if we go up, I wouldn't be surprised. Um that's really all we have for now. Let's just mark these out real quick, whatever. Alright, let's just play this out. So market opens. Alright, we get a fat candle down. Okay. So we end up inversing this gap after taking down this level of liquidity. If we happen to hold this for longer, then I would target this daily gap right here that we marked out. Was it here? Oh look. Was this a daily gap? Yeah, it was. Okay. So if we end up holding up here, let's see. Okay, we do. All right. So now I'm kind of bullish. Let's see if we can get something going on here. All right. There we go. So this would be a continuation model. Let's go down to the 1 minute. Let's see, we have a 1 minute fair value gap here. We could inverse this gap with some strong buying pressure, maybe even a CISD. Let's see. Let's see. Would I be in here yet? All right, I'd be in here about now. The only problem with this trade, the only risk in it is that we are actually quite bearish higher time frame. But again, I do like how strong this daily gap is. As you guys can see, this is a very strong gap. So we can actually end up hitting this gap. That'd be great. Um, so higher time frame, we are still a little bearish, but I do like how we're kind of projecting up and towards this daily gap right here. So I would have probably entered this trade right around here, like right here. Had a stop loss of yeah, I'd probably have it there to be honest. Would I target the daily gap yet though? Because we are kind of so far away, I probably wouldn't. I'd probably target out like uh maybe this, which is still kind of far away, but I mean that's all I really got. So check the 15-minute time frame. 15-minute time frame, we have uh you know we'll enter off this trade real quick. This seems pretty decent. Just for 2% of our drawdown. So I'd probably go break even like right here. Being honest, like right here. Probably break even. Play this out real quick. There we go. All right, so I'm break even. Actually, you know what? I'll kind of trail my stop here. Uh, yeah, we'll trail stop. Or actually, should I just take profits here? Uh, no, let's just hold it. Let's just hold it. All right, there we go. So we get stopped out, but after making quite the profit, so yeah, I'll take that. Pretty first, simple, pretty easy. None too crazy. Very straightforward trade right there. Let's just jump to the next market open. All right, so here's a dime frame. It looks like we might be a little. All right, so actually, surprisingly, we haven't even tapped this daily gap yet, which is I thought was gonna happen yesterday, but apparently we don't. So here it seems like we are actually kind of still a little bearish, but we are struggling to push down a little bit lower here as well, which is pretty interesting. So I actually might be bullish until we pass the daily gap for now. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. 15-minute time frame. We are still currently trying to inverse this 15-minute gap as well. So yeah, we also have this too, but probably wouldn't take that. Okay, strong push higher. Very, very strong push. I'd probably still wait. Okay, there it is. This is low-key a holy shit, bro. All right, so 5-minute, right? I'm very bullish. As you guys can see, we have a huge and a very strong level of liquidity in this daily gap right here. So very, very strong level of liquidity in this daily gap. I don't know why it's not showing up, but if we get a nice rejection off this gap and inverse this 1-minute candle into higher, this would be beautiful. I would probably like bet my whole life savings on this trade. Let's see. Holy fuck, bro. Oh my gosh. I kind of messed up. I would have entered right here. I'm not gonna lie. But we kind of ended up taking a late fill, so we'll just put it right there. But this trade looks fucking beautiful, bro. So we're gonna enter this one real quick. Uh, we'll do 2%. All right, see how this plays out though, because it might not even play out though. There we go. Easy as that. Honestly, I would have entered this trade like right here, if I'm being honest. Like this would have been pretty solid. Whoops. Like right here would have been my initial entry, but we kind of accidentally played an extra 1-minute candle, but it's all right. Easy trade. Honestly, this one was much more clear than the last one. 5-minute continuation up into the daily gap, and I'm pretty sure we'll probably reject after this. There you go. Yeah. So you see, as you guys can see, very strong level of liquidity in the daily gap, and as soon as we tap it, we actually start to consolidate a bit. So that is just proof that once again, that's a very strong level of liquidity. So let's just jump to the next market open. See what we got going on. All right. So seems like we kind of pushed a bit more higher. This is Wednesday. All right, so not that bad. Let's see. Let's see. Daily time frame. Um, so I am actually pretty bullish now. We have these levels of liquidity, these swing highs, buy side levels of liquidity. I believe this might be all-time high, so I could be wrong, but I don't. It's not okay. 4-hour time frame. Okay, so 4-hour time frame, we could jump into these lows, these fair value gaps right here, but uh, I am still pretty bullish. So if anything, I would like to see maybe a retracement back into these gaps and then back up higher, something like that. But it could also just go up higher or even reverse. Who knows? So we'll see what happens. Still pretty bullish though. So all right, there we go. Tap that. We end up going a bit lower. Okay, interesting. Would I consider this to be a reversal type trade for an inverse? This is a pretty strong level. I'm not gonna lie because it is also a daily swing low. So a reversal here wouldn't be too bad actually. Now that I think about it. Let's see what we got going on though, because if I'm being honest, if you enter this trade, hold up. think I would have missed my entry here. I wouldn't have. Okay. So I would have entered. Fuck, bro. I skipped past too many candles, but I would have entered right here. If you guys know my inverse entry models, then you know. But as you guys can see, we get a 1 minute close below the gap. Um, what else? 1 minute close below the gap. You also get a what's it called, bro? Like a retracement back up to the gap, and then as soon as we get that retracement back up to the gap, we reject back down. And here we would have already been up like 25 points, so honestly not that bad. But I do like this trade a lot, so you want to play this out. Maybe onto something like this for now. Wouldn't be too bad, to be honest with you. The only problem with this is it probably won't fill us. I'm not gonna lie. So let's see. Let me just order fill this though. Before I take this trade though, I just want to double check the higher time frame. See everything's aligned into place. Okay. This actually looks pretty nice. The only problem is actually there isn't a problem. Okay, this looks pretty swell. I'll take this trade. Um bro, holy shit, we do not get filled. That's absurd. That's actually insane. We're not gonna get filled here. Um, damn, bro. I don't know if I'd still take this trade or not, to be honest with you. I probably wouldn't. Alright, well, you guys know. I would have taken this trade right here. I probably would have hit TP. So, yeah. But, or I would have went break even here, actually, if I entered this trade. I probably would have went break even here, and you guys would have seen I would have got stopped at break even. But, still, pretty solid trade, to say the least. Nothing too crazy, though. I mean, markets are actually kind of moving pretty good. At least compared to how it was moving this month for this year. But let's see if we can catch something else actually, because it is still pretty early in the day. Let's do the 1 hour time frame. All right, so we could also just reject off this gap and continue back higher. Um, Certainly a possibility. So let's just see what happens here. All right, so here we have a 5 minute rejection off this candle right here. As you guys can see, the 1 minute, we do end up getting a 40-point rejection off this. So would I take this trade? Ideally, let's see, higher time frame. If you look pretty bullish, and I could actually just take this trade. Fuck, take this trade. Um, Honestly, this looks pretty good for bullish. As you guys can see, we kind of just rejected out this 4 hour gap right here and just continued higher. The only problem with this is we do have this, what's it called? That low liquidity right there that could kind of fuck us up, but it's alright. I would honestly take this trade, so let's play this out. I'm going to take this here to. We'll just we'll try our stop loss if we end up seeing higher. So let's just order fill this real quick. This is also 7:30 in the morning for me, so that'd be like 10:30 in the morning for EST. All right, so I trail my stop here, like right there to be honest. Holy shit! All right, so we get break even there. All right, at least we took some profits, but I'll probably just call it there for this day. All right, let's go to the next market open. Already up to 3 trades on 3 days. So typically I don't trade this often, but because I've been seeing these setups pop up pretty frequently, I mean, I guess have to take these setups. Um, but it doesn't happen very often where I trade this much. I'm not gonna lie. Fuck, bro, what happened? All right, there we go. So this is Friday. So now it's Friday. Um, Higher time frame. Damn, I've been coughing like crazy. So this is all-time highs, I believe, right? Yeah, so we're in all-time highs right now. Um, it's kind of tricky to trade all-time highs. I would probably still look to be a little bullish though, just because like it'd just be kind of dumb to not be in these cases. Yeah, to be honest, we seem to be pretty bullish. So maybe a rejection off this 4 hour gap and into higher would be pretty nice. But we could also just tap into these gaps as well. So it really just depends, to be honest. What is that? Why did I mark that out? Huh. And the rest, okay. So yeah, still gonna be pretty bullish just because we're in all-time highs. But I could very much see a rejection down here to then come back up higher. A 15-minute time frame. So we are also in the process of inversing this 15-minute gap too, but I wouldn't take that. All right. So we do end up taking this 15-minute gap, so you guys can see. But we are also rejecting off these gaps too. So hopefully we can hold above these gaps. Okay, we do. Wow, we got a fat rejection off those gaps. Hold on. Wow, bro. Okay, so 15-minute time frame, we get a huge rejection off these gaps. I'm not gonna lie. The 1 hour time frame looks to be pretty. Let's see. Just let this load. All right, so we also kind of failed to inverse this gap. We just fill it. I wouldn't take shorts just off this though. um, to be honest with you guys, I'd probably just wait. So let's see what happens. Yeah. Okay. Again, I am still pretty bullish. So if we do end up coming up from this gap, I could still take this trade. Um, it still fits our criteria and everything too. I just see this to be kind of a rejection, or sorry, like a retracement before we come back up again. So 1 minute time frame. Let's see what's going on. Uh, so we're in the process of inversing this 1 minute gap, and this would be somewhat of 10 points into the. All right. So if we get a clean like displacement past this wick, I would probably enter this trade. And again, because we are somewhat in all-time highs, like it'd be kind of hard to target anything after this. So we'll just target like what? Like 45 points, 40 points. 40 points isn't too bad. Um, let's see if we can get the retreat the jump back up. We might even get that, to be honest. All right, so we're kind of consolidating here. I wouldn't take this anymore. Yeah, I might stay away from today. Doesn't look too good anymore, at least. So okay, yeah, we end up going lower. Okay, so that's fuck, bro. This is pretty interesting. I don't know what's going on. Yep, I'm gonna just call it there. Just go to next market open. Let's see what ends up going down. Fuck, bro, what happened? All right, so we end up going higher. Is this Monday or Sunday? Okay, so let me just jump again. There we go. So new week. It's Monday again. Daily time frame. All right, so we're still pretty bullish actually. Still in what's it called? We are still in all-time highs. So it'd be hard to trade anything but like longs, if I'm being honest. Yeah, that seems to be the move. Okay, so 15-minute time frame. So you guys can see we could have some kind of a. The thing with this is we could easily just come back down again, if I'm being honest, and just inverse a gap like this. If we inverse this gap, then I would start looking for shorts. But if we don't, then I'll keep looking for longs. That would probably be my determining bias. Okay, so we do end up getting that. Okay, bingo, there it is. So there is that inverse with a 1 hour gap. Would I take this trade? I could have taken this trade. Like right here, I probably would have taken this trade if I was really set for bearish, but nah, I probably would just wait. That 1 hour gap's probably just my confirmation for lower right now. Um, if we end up even getting a retracement back, we probably won't even get that, to be honest. Okay, so we get somewhat of a green candle, but not the best retracement, I'll be honest. I wouldn't take this. Okay, let's see there. Still nothing. Fuck. Please. Okay. Here we have a 15-minute gap. This is what caused the whole down push, so if we get a rejection off this gap, then I actually would be pretty interested in shorts. Um, Something like this wouldn't be too bad. I'd probably take this onto here. Hopefully we can get a rejection though. I don't know. Maybe we won't. Okay. Still nothing. Still nothing. Still nothing. Okay, I didn't like how we kind of consolidated there. Kind of chopped up. Um, let's see. Would I still take this trade though? I don't know. It'd be too risky to take this trade. I probably wouldn't take this trade. Yeah, it'd be too risky. But if I did take this trade, I mean, even with risk involved, you would end up hitting TP. Okay, so didn't take the trade, but if we did, we would have hit TP. Just kind of chopped up a bit after tapping this 15-minute gap, which of course I do expect some kind of consolidation, but when it goes to that extent, it's like, I mean, I don't have to take a trade, so that's exactly what I did. But let's just go to the next market open. Let me check my battery, 25%. Fuck, bro, this shit dies before I finish this video. I'm gonna kill myself. Alright. It's Tuesday. It's still kind of just like, I don't like this. I mean, we kind of came out of this 4 hour gap right here, but I am pretty bearish actually. I do believe this is like the sign of a reversal for lower now. We haven't even tapped this 4 hour gap either, so that's definitely a target to take. 1 hour time frame, still nothing too. So let's see. Uh, Here we get a nice candle. Was it big enough though? Honestly, 51 points is a pretty strong candle. Let's see. 15-minute time frame, still nothing. Okay, so we end up getting a rejection off this. But we're kind of consolidating a bit too. I don't know about this one. Jeez, bro. So I probably would enter off something like this, if I'm being honest. Yeah, like something like this wouldn't be too bad. Wait into this gap. But we're kind of just chopping. We do end up going down a bit. Would I take this trade? Jeez, bro. This is kind of like ass price action right here. I probably wouldn't take this trade. You know what? Maybe I would. Maybe I would take this trade just with very light size. If we end up getting a push down lower. Am I in this or not? To be honest with you guys, like taking this trade is pretty risky too. Um, I probably wouldn't take this on my fundeds just because of how price action looks off this. It's not the best, so I probably wouldn't take this on my fundeds. Just be more disciplined with how I trade. But as you guys can see, we probably would have went break even here after tapping into this uh, right here. I probably would have went break even. So that would have been a break even trade for me if I entered that trade. But as you guys can see, we do end up taking TP there too. So, oh well, not too bad to be honest. Let's just jump to the next market open. All right, so daily time frame. It seems like we have. Let's see. Yeah, so we're still kind of bearish here. I mean, we are kind of just like trying to see if we can inverse this daily gap. So this is going to be pretty interesting for like bearish. Because if I do want to take shorts here, I would probably be taking shorts to this gap, which obviously means that we can just reject at any moment. So this would be kind of tricky to take. The 4 hour time frame, I mean, same thing. So I might just let this day play out. I don't know if I'm going to take anything today. Let's see. So we end up getting a tap here, but I don't like how small that gap is. So I probably wouldn't take that. It seems like we just end up consolidating a bit, chopping. Yeah. So I mean, if I was bullish, I could have taken this right here, but I don't know if I was bullish throughout the day. I probably wasn't. I didn't like how we. Yeah, I mean, there was options for longs here. Even this could be not that bad if we end up going higher. But oh well. Let's just jump to the next day. All right, so it's Thursday now. Hopefully we moved, but I doubt we did. We're probably still in the same. Yeah, we're still in the same spot. Okay, so still in the same spot. I'd still probably be bearish here. I'd still probably be a little bearish. So 4 hour time frame, same thing. Yeah, it's just kind of unfortunate that we're inside a daily gap, which is causing us to just chop a lot, um, with no sense of direction. But if I did want to take a trade, it'd probably be something like this, right? So 64 points, pretty strong gap. Square out to the 1 minute time frame and see what we get going here. Jeez, bro, this is terrible. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't take this trade. Fuck. Oh my gosh. Nah, I wouldn't take it though. The way we kind of just chopped out of that gap is not the best. So here we have another gap though. I mean, if we could just kind of get a more cleaner rejection off this gap, I'd probably take it. But yeah, nah. All right, we're just gonna jump to the next market open here too. Let's see. All right, so it seems like we kind of went a little bit lower now. Finally, daily time frame. All right, so as you guys can see, we are in this daily gap right here. Finally, or actually, you know what? No, we inversed this daily gap, and now we are pushing this gap right here too. So we could reject off that gap, but I actually do like the idea for shorts though. And so now let's see. Yeah, so we did get some more handle closures down. We can target this maybe. Yeah, so I'd probably just target that. 5 minute time frame. Let's see. Do we get some kind of a retracement? Hopefully. All right, so right here. Honestly, not the biggest gap, but not the smallest either. So let's see if we can get a rejection off this. Okay. I would probably be in. I would have been in this trade. So yeah, I'd probably take this trade right here. Uh, we'll put our stop loss like fuck. What do we target though too? That's another thing. I gotta figure out what we target. Jeez, bro. I would take this trade though. So let's just jump to like right here, maybe. Yeah, that wouldn't be too bad. And then we'll just trail stop loss here. So thing is, bro, like this is gonna be kind of risky. Um, just with how we are probably in a higher time frame gap as we speak. So we will be trailing the stop. We will be trailing our stop loss pretty tight here. I'm not gonna lie. But there we go. We're in the trade. All right, so we do kind of get another tap back in there. Okay, I'll probably myself to break even here. Uh, kind of risky trade though. That's why. Okay, there we go. Come on. Fuck. Bro, my shit's about to die. We'll just hope this trade plays out though. I'd probably move my stop loss right here. Do we have anything here that we're kind of rejecting off of? Maybe that's what it is. Thing is, like, I can't really see. We'll just keep our stop there for now. We'll just let these candles play out. Uh, Yeah, that's smart. There we go. Holy shit. Huge rejection there. That was beautiful. Alright, so put our stop loss there. Keep it there. Pushing down lower and lower. Right there. Bro, bingo. Holy shit, that was a huge trade right there. We just made 4K off that trade. So before my computer fucking dies, I'm gonna charge it and I'll get back to you guys with this continued backtesting session. So just give me a quick second. I'm back. Uh, charge my computer, and I just realized that my cam was kind of off for like half the video. So honestly, I gotta fix that. I don't know why it keeps doing that, but sorry about that, guys. But hopefully my cam stays on for the rest of the session. But yeah, again, we just hit a banger trade right there, so not too bad at all. Um, and yeah, let's just go to the next market open. Jump to New York open right here. Um, hold up. So there it is. All right, it's Monday. There we go. All right, so higher time frame. Let's see. I want to make sure that my cam is on though. All right. Higher time frame. We are still pretty bearish. We do have this daily gap, but I doubt we come and tap this. Uh, we are also currently in this daily gap right here, so we could reject as well. So a lot of things could happen, but that being said, I am still pretty bearish. 5 hour time frame, same thing, still very bearish too. So we have that. In the 1 hour time frame, still very bearish. So we are in the process of inversing this 1 hour gap. Uh, but yeah, let's see if we can get a how big is this 15-minute candle? Not that pretty big actually. If we get a nice inverse off this, I could take this for an inverse into lower. Let's see, let's see. Do we get that close? We don't get a close. Okay, so we don't get a close below the gap. So I don't know about this anymore. Yeah, we'll just not take that anymore. We do end up going up to this 5-minute gap, but it's not the biggest, so I can't take that either. Okay, so we end up pushing down lower, which is nice. 15-minute time frame, not too bad. 5-minute, we do have this gap, but I believe this gap isn't that big. It's not that big. I wouldn't take this trade either. Holy shit. All right, so we kind of pump up now. um, let's see. Okay, this is pretty interesting. We have this 4 hour gap here, which we could tap into. Maybe even take for lower. I don't know. We'll see. Um, it's pretty interesting here. I'm not gonna lie, because we are quite bearish higher time frame, so I think I should just stick to being bearish lower time frame. Um, so let's see what happens here. 5 minute. All right, so we end up pushing up higher. Wow, higher into this daily gap. Okay, so this is a daily gap that I told you guys I doubt we tap into, and it seems like we will. Oh wait, no, that's a 4 hour gap. Never mind. Am I tripping? Yeah, I'm tripping. Okay, so we are still in this 4 hour gap though, so I could technically take something like this, but this is a very small target, so I probably wouldn't. I just leave it to be like that. Um, okay, so we finally tapped the 4 hour gap. Again, I am still kind of bearish though, higher time frame, so fuck. This is kind of tricky. Let's see if we can get a nice rejection off this. There we go. Okay, so we get a nice rejection. At the same time though, we are also in these fair value gaps that we created. So, I don't know. This is also very tricky as well. Because we have so many gaps, just like here, that we need to fill. I'd probably only take a retracement off this. Um, so hopefully we can get a retracement into this gap right here. That'd be ideal. Or we won't just do that. And instead we'll just keep going lower, which is also pretty cool. I mean, we have these gaps here too, but well, actually, you know what? It's not that bad. So you guys can see we're in this 5 minute gap, but not the biggest gap. Hopefully we can get a retracement. That's honestly my only hope. Oh shit, wait. How big was that 5 minute gap? Not that big. Okay, never mind. I'd probably just wait for us to just inverse this 15-minute gap to take lower, being honest. And it is already 10:45, so this isn't the best to trade anymore. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna just skip to the next day. Be honest, skip to the next day. It's probably best. Alright, so it's next day. Seems to be like Thursday, I'm pretty sure. I forgot, I didn't check the date. Tuesday? It's whatever. We're probably still bearish. Higher time frame. Um, Seems like we are still bearish higher time frame. Yeah. Alright. Um, yeah, we're still bearish higher time frame. We do have this daily gap right here we can tap into though, so I wouldn't be surprised if we just tapped into this gap. And we are also in the process of inversing this daily gap too. So pretty tricky here. But I am overall bearish to start the day. Let's see what we get going on here. Okay, so we kind of move higher. Let's see. Yeah, so we might just tap into this daily gap, like I mentioned. I just don't think we'll get a retracement into there, unfortunately. This is so annoying, bro. We're just gonna keep pushing higher. Okay. Maybe that was it. That might have been it right there. Thing is, this is a very small 15-minute gap, so honestly, I probably wouldn't take this either, which is just so unfortunate. Unless we got a 30-minute. Is that the case? No, not. It's not the case at all. Damn it. Right? Wait, hold up. Maybe that was it right there? Okay, that was it. So, we do have this 30-minute gap, finally. If we reject off it pretty nicely, I could take this for longs. There we go. I'd probably take it after, jeez, maybe something like this. It's going to be too bad. Take it like this, all the way into that daily gap. Or we might just go lower too. I mean, who knows? Keep playing this out though. Would I enter this trade? 30-minute time frame. Fuck, I probably would, to be honest. Just because this is a very strong level of liquidity, considering this is a daily gap right here. Unfilled daily gap. This is pretty tempting to take. Yeah, I'd probably take this. Uh, I would like to see what we do after tapping these wicks, to be honest. Okay, I'd be in this trade here. So, this is a very small take profit, but I just like this too much. I'm not gonna lie. So, like, right here wouldn't be too bad. Order it. Hopefully we don't get a fat rejection off this, but I do like this. Fuck. This is very interesting here too because we just went down and just went back up again. I could just pull out here at a break even, but let me just check the thing with this, guys, is like the draw is certainly clear that we are going to tap this daily gap. There's no way we don't, in a way. Draw is just too clear for this daily gap, man. I know sometimes we just edge stuff. Like the market would just be like that, and we'll edge it. So this could be a loss here, unfortunately. I just have a feeling it could be a loss. Um, but again, this is a very strong level of liquidity, so it shouldn't be a loss, that's for sure. And the 4 hours is just not working anymore. So, oh well. 1 hour time frame. Yeah. Okay. Let me just check my camera, bro. Cause okay, we're chilling. Um, let's just play this out at this point. Yeah, bro. Okay. Fuck, we might just take an L. We did tap into this 5 minute gap. Uh, hopefully we can reject off this, but if we don't, then we're gonna be cooked. So let's see. Are we cooked? We're probably pretty cooked here. We're cooked. Um, I might just take an L here before hitting my stop loss. Yeah. Nah, fuck it, bro. We're just gonna let it hit. Take stop loss. Holy shit. This is an L. That's an L. Alright, so unfortunately we took an L there, but shouldn't have happened. I'm not gonna lie. Like if we check the daily time frame, like this is a very strong draw of liquidity right here. Um, I just don't know why we didn't tap into it, to be honest with you. That is very unfortunate though. Maybe ES tapped into it. The thing with backtesting too, which is pretty unfortunate, is that you can't check ES. I mean, you could, but like, I don't want to be doing all that right now. But ES probably could have just tapped the gap, created an SMT there, because again, that's a very strong level of liquidity. As you guys can see, bro, you would have hit it just like that. So, fuck. Like, we did take an L there, but like we hit TP, so it happens. It happens. Let's just go to the next market open. Okay, so here it seems to be like we are a bit, let's see, bearish, right? Yeah, so we tapped into this daily gap, as I mentioned before, and I would like to see us to start a trend lower now. If we inverse, then obviously we inverse, but if we don't, then lower would be the move right now. 4 hour time frame, it seems like it's still not working, so we're just gonna skip that for now. And the 1 hour time frame looks to be, let's see. So we're in the process of inversing this 1 hour gap, but we didn't. So we have a 1 hour gap there that I would like to take, maybe. Not gonna be too bad. 15-minute time frame. Let's see. 30-minute time frame. Nothing. Okay. So let's just let these play out. Fuck. I feel like we're not gonna get a tap into this before we hit it. There we go. So yeah, unfortunately, we just go into the 1 hour gap without getting an entry, but it's cool. Uh, am I bearish now though? For sure. I don't know. Depending what we do here. If we end up inversing this 1 hour gap, then I will be bearish and I'll look for shorts. But if we just kind of come back up, then we come up. All right. This is also very interesting because now we are in this 5 minute gap that we just tapped into, but anything could happen. So I'm gonna just let this play out. Holy fuck, bro. If we would have took this trade, that would have been a fucking banger ass trade. Were we bearish? Like higher time frame? We were very bearish higher time frame. Fuck. Okay, it's cool. Yeah, I would have taken this, but we were kind of in this 1 hour gap too, so it just I don't know. Let's see if we can get some kind of retracement back up here though. That'd be nice. Okay, so here we kind of do. 15 minute time frame too. Okay. I'd probably take this instead. This is a 5 and 15 minute retracement. And if we do end up going lower, I would probably target something like this. Maybe even something else, like a little bit lower, because that is kind of far. Maybe not actually. Maybe I would just target that. We do have this 5 minute gap too, so yeah, let's see what happens. Do we push lower? Do we not? Alright, so we don't even push lower. Which I guess is kind of like, I wouldn't say expected, but alright, so now he's hard to push lower again. Now we go higher again. We kind of missed the first move there, but it's cool. I mean, it happens. If we check that, fuck, bro. The 4 hour time frame for some reason just doesn't work sometimes. Like mid through the backtesting session. I don't know why it does that, but it's so annoying. We are in this 1 hour gap. Um, I could take this, right, if you get like a nice clean rejection and then maybe inverse this 1 minute candle. Maybe. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna just call it, bro. I'm gonna just call it there. Let's go to next market open. Check my camera. Alright, we're chilling. So it's Thursday. If we check the daily time frame, we could see that what can we see? We could see that we are currently pushing up higher into maybe this daily gap right here. If we check the 4 hour time frame, we could also be pretty bit bullish into the gap, but I think I'm gonna just let this play out to be honest. Bro, fucking 4 hour time frame, I swear. Alright, 1 hour time frame. We have this 1 hour gap. That's about it to be honest. So 15 minute time frame too. I mean, same thing. Think about it. Yep. All right, let's see. So we get a huge stab down. Would I take this for lower though? I mean, I'm still kind of bullish on the day. So check daily one more time. Jeez, bro. This is kind of interesting. Um, Interesting. Okay, so currently we were trying to inverse this one out. Sorry. Currently trying to inverse this daily gap as well as trying to inverse this daily gap too. This is really awkward. Um, so I don't know if I would take this because again, like we could take something like this, technically speaking. I mean, how big is this candle? Like Okay, maybe not actually. It's a very small candle. Holy shit. Okay, so we end up just dumping lower. That does make it a lot easier for us because now I'm pretty bearish. Holy shit. Bro, if we inverse this shit, I'm gonna lose my mind. That okay, maybe something like this. Hold on. I wouldn't take this. Okay. It's nice. I like that rejection we got off that fill. We do end up inversing this 1 minute fair value gap too. And if you see, we kind of push a lot lower. I probably would have entered right here if I'm being honest. So off this candle I would have entered. So I will enter this trade. Have my stop loss around there, and then would probably target something like, let's see, what can we target here? It's going to be a bad target. Yeah. All right. So we'll put our trade there. See if we can get a nice. Oh shit. Okay. This right here. Fuck. Would this be break even? I think I'd put this to be break even. Um, I'd probably go break even here. So we're break even already. There we go. That's beautiful. Um, Probably put my stop loss right there, and then okay, let's just. Wow. So we get tapped at our what's it called? So we didn't even hit TP, did we? Okay, we hit TP, but it stopped me out right here. So it's whatever shit happens, I guess. It's cool. Uh, that's that. Not a bad trade though. I actually really liked it a lot. Just an unfortunate stop. I believe we took it off of, was it a 1 hour? I forgot. It doesn't matter. Just go to next market open. All right, so it's Friday. I think this is the last day until the last week. Um, so daily time frame. Let me check my camera. All right, daily time frame. Okay, so we have this daily gap too, which I honestly think we could probably just tap back into because we are kind of just trying to come lower, but we're not. Pause. For our time frame, let's see. Doesn't fucking work, of course, but with the 1 hour time frame, we're actually just chopping. So, fuck, bro, this is kind of what do we take here? I'm trying to daily again. All right, so hmm, it's pretty interesting. Let's just play these candles out, see what happens. Uh, yeah, we started chop actually. I don't like this. Okay, I don't know if I'd take this for longer though. To be honest. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna just I'm gonna just call it there. I don't like how we kind of just consolidated there. So let's go to next market opened. What happens? I don't know why candles aren't moving anymore for some reason. All right, so kind of stuck here. Let me just. Um, we're not done yet, are we? I don't think we're done. All right, sorry, man. There you go. All right, so it's already market open of Monday. If we check the daily time frame, we can see that we are currently inversing this daily gap. Um, but we do have this very strong void right here that Where is it? This new week opening gap void. Right? Am I tripping? Maybe I'm just tripping, bro. I think I just... Where'd he go? What is this? Alright, well, if we emerge this gap, then obviously we're going to be bullish throughout the day. But if we just reject off of it, then we could look for shorts. Um, yeah. So, fuck. Was this a 630 candle? It was. Interesting, bro. No, this was a 630 candle. Okay. Um, yeah. Let's see. I probably wouldn't take this inverse. Yeah, I probably wouldn't take this inverse. Well, actually, hold up. Let me see. Holy shit. Maybe I would take this inverse. Hold on. If we look, though, we are actually kind of bullish higher time frame. So maybe I wouldn't take the inverse. Um, Unfortunately, I haven't showed you guys a lot of inverses. Typically, what separates my strategy a lot is like my confidence behind the inverse model, but I just haven't found any inverses this month. Yeah, honestly, I'm pretty bullish, so I can't take that inverse. Just wouldn't make sense for me. But technically speaking, if this did go like my strategy and everything, I would take something like this off this candle. But yeah, bro. See, like even some shit like this, like fuck, you know? Would I take this? Would I take this? I think in the moment I probably would have taken this trade. Failed to fill the gap. Inverse in the 5 minute gap. We get a clean entry model here with an inverse in the 1 minute candle below the 5 minute gap. A retracement back to the gap and then a second rejection, coming off the gap, and also uh, displacing past this wick here too. So honestly, I probably could have taken that, but it's cool too. I mean, at least now I know we're kind of bearish. Bearish into what though? Let's see. I really don't know. What do we end up doing here? Okay. Do we trace back into this gap or not? Seems like we don't. Wait. 15-minute gap? Maybe that's what it was? Nope, it wasn't. Okay. Oh, fuck. I went too far. As you guys can see here at a 5 minute gap, barely just tapped the gap and went back down. Fuck, bro. I would have taken this trade like right here. I'm not gonna lie, I probably would have taken this trade. 2 times today, bro. We could have taken a trade. This right here, though, would have played out. It would have played out. Damn, bro. Okay, so 2 trades could have played out here we didn't take for shorts. As you guys can see, that 1 minute inverse and then this continuation here, too. I would have taken this trade, like, right here. It would have been a fucking chop of the century, but, like, I wouldn't have got stopped out, and we probably would have hit TP at this point because it's already 70 plus points, so it happens. I'm gonna just skip to the next market open, but I feel like in the moment, like if I was trading this deal like live during this day, I probably would have taken those trades. So it happens. That's that. It's Tuesday now. Higher time frame. Let's see. Higher time frame. You seem to be. Let's see. Let's see. Man, this is lagging like crazy. Okay, there we go. Um, so we kind of are rejecting off this daily gap right here. So you guys can see. Hmm. Let's see. 4 hour time frame. I mean, same thing too, right? I'm pretty sure. Oh, can't even fucking see the 4 hour time frame, but it's okay. The 1 hour time frame though, I mean, looking pretty solid though. I'm not gonna lie, looking pretty solid. I'm lying. Let's go back to the daily time frame real quick. Uh, I'm gonna be kind of bearish here, kind of rejecting off this gap. If we do come up and fill this gap and kind of inverse it and push higher, then I would be bullish, but I would like to see lower actually. So let's see what happens here. 15-minute time frame. I like still, yeah, still nothing. Okay. So we do have this gap right here. If we inverse it nicely, I probably would take this trade. Yeah. That was not nicely though, so too risky for me. Way too risky for me. But if I did take this inverse, it would have been something like this. So this would have been clean, or something like that, I guess. But I wouldn't take that, so just too risky. Yeah. So the reason why I didn't take that trade is because again we kind of started to chop as we came into inverse this gap, and as you guys can see, well, we would have gone stopped out. So saved ourselves from a loss there. I am still pretty bearish though throughout the day, so I'm gonna just call it there though. Slot chop. All right, daily time frame here. Let's see. Daily time frame here. Bro, this has been lagging like crazy. We only got like 2 more days too, so hopefully we can pull through here, but jeez, bro. I guess what I can say is that like the trades that we didn't take throughout this whole session, I honestly probably would have taken most of those trades like live if I would have actually like went through this day like live, live, then I probably would have taken those trades, but sometimes it's hard to catch trades on backtesting sessions because like you don't actually get to see the live candle form in itself, and it's just hard to kind of predict um how like price really moves, in a backtesting session type of environment. So we are kind of lagging here, so I'm gonna just get back to you guys once we kind of come out of this. We're back, finally loaded. So let's just hopefully this just keeps okay. So it seems like okay, we're back. Okay, daily time frame here. As you guys can see, we are still kind of climbing up though. So I could be pretty bearish. I'm sorry, bullish. I do think we're gonna inverse this gap eventually. So uh, yeah, I am gonna be pretty bullish today. I don't see us kind of rejecting off that gap yet. So let's just play these candles out. Fuck me, yeah, fuck, bro. So huge push lower. Unfortunately, uh, I don't think that we could tap this right here. All right, let's see how this plays out. Oy, okay. This actually looks pretty solid, I'm not gonna lie. Huge 5-minute gap right here. What is this, like 70 points? Okay, not bad. Um, as you guys can see, I mean, we are kind of the reason for bearish is kind of there in a way because we did kind of just fill this gap and kind of reject down after. So, I mean, taking shorts here wouldn't be a gamble. Um, the thing is, like, PT is also like pretty close, so I would have to take this pretty quickly. Probably like around here. If you get a nice rejection off this one. I'm not in yet, obviously. Okay. Fuck. I would have taken this for sure. Like right here, probably. But fortunately, we kind of will get filled like right there, which is still the same, I guess. But yeah, hopefully this plays out. All right, let's enter this trade. This is gonna be kind of risky though, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, well, in a way, not really, but still, like, I might play this by like the. Do they have lower than 1 minutes? They do. Interesting. Okay. I know this can be kind of weird, but I might play this out to the 30-second time frame. Um, yeah, bro, I might just do that. So let's just do that real quick. Fuck. Okay. Holy shit, bro. I hit TP, but it didn't hit me on TP. That's insane. I would have hit TP there. It just I got edged like crazy, so what am I gonna do? I'm just gonna put my stop loss right here. If we get stopped at, I break even, then it's whatever. I probably would have taken profits there though, so I mean technically this trade did win. Um, it hit, bro. I'm gonna just say it hit, so it hit, right? Damn, that's unfortunate, but that trade did hit, so it's cool. Let's see. We'll jump to the next market open. Well, actually, you know what? Let me see if I can still kind of catch a trade here. Maybe I can, or maybe not. Oh fuck! I missed it again, bro. Okay, 5 minute here. Fuck, I probably would have entered this trade already though. That's the thing. Would I enter this trade already? Shit, maybe not. Hold on. How bearish are we? We're very bearish. Okay, I actually like this a lot. Hold on. Maybe a. I would enter this trade like right here. Let's just give this another tap into. Okay, I'm in this trade. Have our stop loss like right here, and we'll look to target this just like that. This is pretty solid, so hopefully this plays out. Okay, I'm break even here. Bro, we get stopped at break even again. Holy fuck. And it's gonna hit TP too, watch. Oh my gosh, bro. That's absurd, bro. Wow. So two times we in this day, like we hit break even, but it should have hit TP. Um, damn, bro. Yeah, it happens. I mean, you guys know that, I probably would have held that trade. I kind of went break even a little bit early there, but it's because I didn't want it to affect um, I didn't want it to affect like my win to loss ratio, so that's why I probably would have taken that. Like if I took that trade in the live market, I would have hit before hitting break even. So yeah, that's that. Here, let's see. We are actually kind of bullish here. We did push up to this 1 hour gap. Um, so we could reject off it easily too. A lot's going through my head while I'm thinking about this kind of analysis. Just because the 1 hour time frame, like we inverse this 1 hour gap very aggressively, but then we kind of just chop around once we hit this next one. So I could see us coming a bit lower, but if you do go higher, I would take longs after this. So let's see. All right, so we kind of just end up chopping a bit. I probably would stop trading here. So yeah, let me just call it. We'll call it there. We'll go to the next market open. Okay, so let's see what we got going on here. Daily time frame. Okay, I'm actually pretty bullish. Sorry, pretty bearish here. Let's see what we got going on the 4 hour time frame. Let's see. 4 hour, of course, this just doesn't work. The 1 hour, we do get a clean rejection off this 1 hour gap. So that's pretty nice. I do like shorts eventually. Okay. I'm not worried about this. Still bearish. If you aren't going higher, let me go higher, whatever. Wow. What the fuck? Okay, so we end up going higher again. I don't. Okay, so we do actually inverse this 1 hour gap. But I don't know if I'm completely sold on longs yet. Daily time frame again. Let me check this out real quick. Um, Still nothing. I wasn't too what's it called? Too convinced on longs yet there, so I don't know about that. But we got kind of lagging again. Um, Hopefully we can kind of just like get out of this. But yeah, it's kind of loading. Again, I keep stressing this, but the trades that I could have taken and I showed you guys that I didn't take, I would have taken the live markets. I'm not gonna be honest with you. So, and obviously the other two trades I took yesterday, or like the day we back tested yesterday, were two break evens. I probably would have held both of those to take profit. So this is kind of skewed, like the numbers wise, but I'm still not too like upset of how I performed in this back tested session. Um, Let me just get back to you guys once this thing loads. So, oh, it loaded. Okay, finally. Let's see. I'm still not too convinced on longs. Fuck. Okay, let's see. Maybe I am now. This is a very small gap, so we tap into this gap finally. Still a very small gap though, so I don't know about this one. If we can tap into that 15-minute gap, that'd be nice. Right here, maybe? Okay, so we actually don't end up tapping into it, and it's already 10 o'clock. I would have just called it there, so that's that. Um, you just keep playing with candles. Hopefully, it'll just like. I'll get back to you guys with the results. That's it, right? So this is Friday. This is the last day of the session, so I'll get back to you guys with how he performed and the results of this backtesting session. So, all right, guys. So here are the results. Uh, took 8 trades that was recorded, and we took one loss. So not too mad about it. I mean, what is this like? I mean, risk to reward wise, this is like, what do you call this percentage? I mean, let me search this up real quick, but not bad. I mean, 8 divided by 7, 7 divided by 8, like a 90% win rate. So 87.5% win rate, 90% win rate, whatever. Took one L out of the 8 trades we took, but I could have taken more. And I did show you guys throughout this session that I did take more trades that obviously weren't recorded here. So a much better win rate in my eyes. And again, even though that did happen, I'm still not too like upset at how this session went. So I will be uploading this just to premium. I'll probably do another one just for like YouTube too, but just for you guys, it's just premium wise. Not the best session, but still I can't complain. And you guys will see like a different version of this through the same month on YouTube. But that will be for another day. So I just wanted to get this out to you guys today, just so you guys can get more like context of my strategy before we hop into the next week. And yeah, I hope all you guys the best. Hopefully you guys took notes on this and just um, continue to just replay and just take more notes of the exact blueprint strategy videos that I gave you guys. I will be making more, but just for now, what I gave you guys is all you need to truly master the strategy. Plus a session like this, I mean, you guys should be doing pretty well. So again, if you guys have any questions, always let me know. My DMs are always open. But yeah, thank you guys. This was the back testing session.